For the last few days, she's been driving me crazy. She is cutting everybody else who has been in line already. Yes, I'm talking about an elderly lady. What you doing?
I don't think the cow will give us the invitation until they learn that song.
Fanny.
They need a conductor to lead them so they can move together. We have a great conductor.
Okay, good afternoon everybody. I'm in car line picking up Ellie from school, and if you're wondering about, one, why I'm wearing this sweater again, I washed it. And if you're also wondering about Finn's eczema treatment, it actually seems to be working. One day later, and it already seems to be working. He's not scratching as much, and we cut out his Zyrtec. We're not even giving him Zyrtec while we're trying out this medicine. And he's not scratching as much on his patches. He is scratching like his belly and his back, which those are just dry. That's not really eczema, that's just, he has dry skin right there. So I think it's an improvement so far. The drops though, give him really gross diapers. I mean, super gross, and lots of gas. So that's a new thing that we have to get used to, but that's fine. As long as he's not bleeding out of his ankles all the time and not just, oh, well now he's scratching. Way to go, Finn. Stop scratching. Okay, well I'm gonna have to take care of that in a second. I'm interested to see what happens over time because I don't expect those drops to do anything right away. Today, in car line, I am like stressed out. I'm not like, that's not true. I'm not stressed out. I think my stomach is just kind of in knots because I'm anticipating an argument, which is not good. I don't like arguing with people. I can be confrontational if I need to, and this lady's really bothering me, so I think I might need to, but I really don't want to, so I really hope that she just learns her lesson and doesn't do it again. Okay, she just drove up for the first time. All right, so this lady, we'll call her White Suburban Lady. So let's call her Juanita Sonora. So Juanita, wait, Juanita starts with a J. Okay, that's not gonna work. Winona. Winona, she pulls in to pick up her child, I think it's her grandson. She pulls in, yes, I'm talking about an elderly lady. She pulls in to pick up her grandson from the first car line, because we have two car lines. The first one is for the young kids, the second one is for the older kids. I'm in car line for the older kids. Now, she pulls in to pick up her grandson for the younger kids, and then she has to go back around to get her older grandson from the older kids. Rule is that if you get in line for the younger kids, you have to go back to the back of a line to get the older kid. She's done picking up her younger grandchild before most parents get here to pick up the older kids. So, now that you're all caught up, it's been driving me crazy because instead of getting in the back of the line, she gets back into the younger kid line at the end and just stays there and just waits for that line to go. So she is cutting everybody else who has been in line already, and that drives me insane. I pick up Ellie early for a reason, and it may seem, okay Jill, well it's just one car, what difference does it make? Because we're about to have a talk. Okay, the problem is that if we allow her to do it, then other cars are gonna think that they can do it. And if we don't reprimand that action, then other cars are gonna see no problem with putting themselves in front of everybody else. Then we're gonna have a bunch of cars who drive up exactly at the time that our line is supposed to be moving and just cut in front of everybody who's supposed to be in line and who is already in line, waiting their turn, doing the right thing, which is a problem that we have in our society already, which is why it makes me so angry. A lot of times, if you go to, like, if you go into a school, or if you go into a daycare, or if you go to the park, or you go somewhere else, a lot of times, if there's a kid who is being bad, they're not being reprimanded the way that they need to be reprimanded. And the kids who are following the rules are being edged out by the kids who are not being reprimanded. That is a problem. That is a problem. If you have a kid who is constantly cutting in line, and that kid is not being reprimanded, and all those other kids who are politely waiting in line are seeing this kid cut in line, not being reprimanded, getting the fruits of their labor, so to speak, then all of those kids who are following the rules, I'm trying to avoid saying good kids, bad kids, you're welcome, because that's all I want to say, but the kids who are in line following the rules are going to get bitter. And they're gonna say, well, what's the point in following the rules whenever they get to do whatever they want and nobody fusses at them, so what's the point? And you can't just tell people you do it because it's the right thing to do. That doesn't mean anything anymore. Sorry, it doesn't. It means something to me, it means something to my family, but to the majority of the population, that doesn't mean anything anymore. So you can't just say that. It's not how it works. So the fact that she can go and pull into it in front of everybody, other people are gonna start taking advantage of that, and they're gonna pull in behind her or even in front of her because she doesn't even pull up all the way. Yesterday I was in the back of the line because I was actually in the front of the line whenever I saw her cut everybody else, and so I got out of line and went and told a teacher, I know, tattletale, whatever. I don't know, there's nothing else I can do. What is another course of action that I can do? I can't go talk to her because she's gonna yell. I'm going to talk to her today if she does it again, but I couldn't go talk to her because there was kids outside. I'm trying to be polite and not, plus she's old, so I'm trying to be polite and I'm trying to do the right thing, but I don't, my hands are tied with what I'm allowed to do. So my first option was go tell the teachers who are supposed to be orchestrating this huge fiasco that is Carline. They said that they would tell the assistant principal. I don't know if they did or not. So they also said that they were gonna talk to the ladies. If she does it again, I'll know that they didn't talk to her. I also know that the assistant principal didn't talk to her. And I'm gonna go talk to her because it makes me so mad. And I know there's only 4 days left of school. I get it, I know. And I'm letting something that shouldn't bother me way too much. But how many times do we have to let these things slide? How many times do we have to let people get away with stuff and just take it on the nose because we're the bigger people? Like, we're just gonna just accept it and move on. How many times do we have to do that? Why do I always have to do that? I don't understand. It's very frustrating, and it's frustrating for my daughter who's trying to follow the rules, and she sees other kids who are not following the rules. For example, fidget spinners. You're not supposed to bring them in the class. They have kids in her class who bring them, put them in their pocket, and don't get in trouble for it. The teacher knows about it. They're not supposed to be there at all. I don't let her bring her fidget spinner. But other kids get to bring their fidget spinners and they don't get in trouble for it because they're not supposed to bring them. Period. Period. They're not supposed to be there. So just because you're hiding it doesn't mean that you're doing the right thing. And that is frustrating to me, and it's frustrating to my daughter, and it's frustrating to everything because it's not the way society runs. Society runs because there's rules and we have to follow them. So I'm interested now that I've gotten all of that off my chest. It's actually just riled me up, so it completely did not work. I am waiting to see what she's gonna do. If she does it again, and I chicken out going talk to her, because there's kids outside again. There's kids outside in the playground. If I chicken out and I don't go talk to her, tomorrow I'm bringing cinder blocks. And whenever she does it again, I'm gonna drive over and I'm gonna block her in. I'm gonna put cinder blocks around her tires so she can't move. That way we can at least all cut her again before she moves all the cinder blocks back. That's my plan. Is that vandalism? No, I'm just putting cinder blocks on the road. I'll go back and pick them up. It's not even littering. I'll go pick them up. That might not be good. I may have somebody else do it. Crisis averted. We did litter. They pulled out, the first car pulled out before the Suburban came back around. So we're good. No fights today. He's in the back watching little Einsteins and he is just having a ball. Hey buddy, stop scratching. Okay, maybe it's not working as well as I thought it was. Maybe I should have still put him in his footy pajamas because he is still scratching a lot. Not as much as he normally does. Normally he would be bleeding by now, but he is still scratching, so. Oh well, it's only day 2. It's only day 2. Still working on it. We have company coming over and it's time for a very fast speed cleaning video. we had company come over and they left really quickly because the kids got into a little fight. Instead of allowing them to continue playing and allowing that behavior to go unchecked, the punishment was everybody goes home and everybody rests. Now we're gonna make 2 batches of banana bread because we still have some bananas left over from whenever we went to Kroger while it was closing. What'd you do?
I peeled the butter and put it in.
How much butter?
2.
2 what?
2 pieces of butter.
2 sticks of butter.
2 bar sticks if you want.
Yeah, we're doubling this recipe. So it's 2 sticks of butter for 2 loaves of banana bread. And 2 cups of sugar. Finn is not doing his job at all. You want to step on him? You want to step on him? No? Okay. Okay, so I was able to get the butter and the sugar all creamed together because it was the butter was really cold today, so it was kind of hard to get together. Ellie beat the bananas because Finn did not want to. No. So you did a great job.
Uh-huh.
Finn is destroying everything he can, including my stove. Now Ellie is going to show how we let the kids beat the eggs. So you take eggs, however many you need, put them in a Ziploc instead of putting them in a bowl. And how do you beat the eggs?
Shake them up.
Until what?
Until the yolks are gone.
Much better. Alright.
Looks like orange juice.
Mm-hmm. 4 beaten eggs. 3 bananas per loaf. So you're supposed to use 6 bananas, but we had 5 really big bananas. So we're just going to use 5. Finn, where are you going? Finn! Finn, those are my pots. Those are my pans. 2.5 cups of flour. It's supposed to be 1 1/4, but we're doubling it, like I said. Anyway, but I'm gonna mix this up and then we'll put it in the oven. It goes in for 50 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Patrick's home. He is cooking up some ribeyes, which we were supposed to have last night, but we didn't because they weren't defrosted. Finn is supposed to be inside because he climbs too much to be out here, but his daddy decided that it was okay.
Teach him how to work the grill. Right,
so we got sausage, boudin, jalapeno poppers, I think with cream cheese and bacon.
Yeah, it's bacon, it's a jalapeno with cream cheese in the middle, wrapped with bacon around it.
Nice. And 3 ribeyes to split amongst the 4 of us, which is plenty enough, and we'll probably have 1 for breakfast in the morning.
Is that blue hair one?
That does a good job, my buddy.
What?
Say G.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw up on you.
You're beautiful. I love you, Daddy.
I love you too. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and end today's vlog. If y'all liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, leave comments down below. We love talking to you guys, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.